What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Yes, I Will podcast. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. What? Yes, I will be successful. Yes, I will practice new and healthy habits. Yes, I will. Yes, I will take action. Yes, I will take action and do something new. Yes, I will. 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 You fill in the blank. You fill in the blank. Tell me something you will do. Tell me something you will do. And thank you for tuning in. It is great to be with you today. It is great to be with you today. I talk a little bit about everything. From fitness, health and wellness, religion, politics, our strengths and weaknesses. Yes, our strengths and weaknesses, life, relationships, family, whatever it is that you want to talk about, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. The purpose here is to equip you for life's challenges. Are you ready for that when it comes? The purpose here is to equip you for life's challenges, help you learn your worth, discover your inner strength, and create the best in you in mind, body, soul, and spirit. Here on this platform, I share my personal stories, life experiences, and lessons I learned down the road. So ask me anything. Ask me anything. I will take a challenge. Ask me anything. Because my life is an open book. My life is an open book. My journey, my life's experiences. It wasn't only for my personal growth. It wasn't only for my strength, my personal strength. It was to understand you. What I went through, my life experiences, is so I can take you under my wing. To be able to understand you. To be able to help you, guide you, mentor you, be a support system to you, regardless where you find yourself in life. I am here to give you the tools and hand you the roadmap to your freedom. So talk to me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. First things first. Tell me, how are you doing? How are you doing today? How is your week? How is your week going? Truly, how are you doing? What challenges are you facing? And do you have a solution? Are you praying? Are you seeking wisdom? Are you seeking counseling? Are you seeking advice? Do you have someone you can talk to about this situation? So what is it going to be? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And let's find a solution together. Yeah? Well, family, it is January. Ah! It's January, the first month of the year. So, Happy New Year to you! Cheers to that. Me and my water in my hydro flask. Oh, wait, it's not my hydro flask today. It's a Zulu. And what I don't like about this is that I can't pour hot water in there. It's ridiculous. So it's not my favorite one. I'll stick to the original hydro flask. And that's just what it is. So cheers to that. Let's drink to that. Happy New Year. And let's make this year an incredible year the best year so far. And let's just let's take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. You know what? I am so excited. It really feels great to be back, to be recording, because I did take some time off. And if you don't realize it yet, I have a raspy voice. One weekend, I think it was 2 weekends ago. Perfect, right? Because I'm off work. It's my time off. But I spent my weekend in bed. I didn't feel sick, but I had a nonstop sneezing attack and coughing attack, and I just didn't know how to handle that. So by Monday, I felt great, and that was it. And yeah, I did work Monday, Christmas Day, Monday, New Year's Day. So there you go. But I did take some time off work. I took some time off, recording and all of that stuff, social media and stuff like that. And it feels great to be back. It feels great to be back. So how about you? What have you been up to? What have you been up to? What have you been up to? Did you take a break? And yeah, so like I was saying, it feels great to be back. The holidays break was amazing. It was great. It was well needed. But if you know me, those who really know me, you know I am not a big fan of vacation. I'll take a week off. I'll take the weekend off, but I can't take weeks off. And I know it's necessary, and that this time around, in a couple of years back, I have been prioritizing that. But this past 2 years, it's been incredibly busy. So yes, I'm glad I took some time off, and it feels amazing. It feels even greater to be back. It feels even greater to be back. And yes, so just a little quick reminder, take some time off for yourself. It's not selfish. It's a time to reset. It's a time to recharge. It's a time to enjoy your time alone or with specific people, very small, intimate group, but really it's just for you. For me personally, taking that time off, I visited family, and the time is great. I'm not going to lie. The time is great. I ate a lot of food. I gained weight, and I am now just going to lose it. And I mean, I tell you, if everything feels great, so everything is good. And if you gain weight through the holiday break, just add going to the gym as your New Year resolution, and problem solved, right? No biggie, no biggie. I'm not big on junk food or sweets or anything like that, but this time around, I did it. I did it a week before Christmas, and that Christmas week, I overdid it. I was eating apple pie and eggnog for breakfast, and stuff like that, cookies and stuff like that. But, it'll come off. I'll burn it off. Working out, it's actually, it's not going to be a New Year resolution for me because it's a lifestyle, so how about you? Like, do you have a New Year resolution? What is it if you do? And what actions are you going to take this year to accomplish, or at least to get close to your New Year resolution, right? Because some goals, it takes a little more than a year, right? So what are your New Year resolutions? Is it a New Year resolution, or is it a couple of New Year resolutions? So what is it? I am curious to hear from you guys. I am curious to know. And what is it? And what are the challenges that you are facing this month? What are the challenges that you are facing this year? There is going to be a lot going on this year. A lot. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on and keep you guys updated. Not to scare you, not for you to react from a place of fear, because that's not the purpose here. But I want you to get educated. I want you to know what's going on, and to not be naive, and to not be blind to things that are actually happening. That you don't get blind by what's trending or distracted by what an artist is doing or something. And I want you guys to be aware of what's happening. And if that's only possible through me, then I'm going to do my best to pass on the information. One thing about me is that I'm never going to just talk to talk. First of all, I don't like hearing myself speak. And so that's that. But I do have a heart to educate people. And we all have a following. We all have people that look up to us. We all have people that relate to whatever it is that we've been through. So don't be afraid to talk about what you've been through. If you're going through it in the moment, obviously keep fighting, keep working through it, trying to figure things out. If you need help, reach out to me. I'm here. I know I say that a lot. I don't say it lightly. I am here to help. I'm telling you guys, I am here for you. Shoot me an email. I mean, whatever it is, however you can contact me. There's a link to my social media, to different platforms. It doesn't matter. I'm here for you, whatever it is. This is not something specific. This is not just business related. This is not just politics. This is not just fitness. This is not just religion. You know, we don't, as human beings, we don't just go through a specific thing. And so that's what I'm here for. So I am here for you. But I am here. And so what is your New Year resolution? What is your New Year resolution? Some of you want to go to the gym because you want, lose weight. Some of you need to gain weight. I know me getting into, and I'm just ranting here, okay? Today, we're not going to talk about anything specific. It's New Year. Let's talk about everything and anything and maybe nothing. And who knows? But let's have fun. Let's talk about what's happening. Let's talk about what you want it to happen. What are you going to do to make it happen? And I'm just ranting here, right? So it's your New Year resolution going to the gym. And has that been a resolution in the past? How did that go? How did it go? And so what's different now? But these are questions that you want to ask yourself, because I've come across a lot of people that, in my fitness field, coaching people, that they say they've been in good shape and they fell off, or they had kids, which that's understandable. I totally get that part. But they're still talking about they need to lose their baby fat, and it's 5-10 years down the road. So, and sometimes we don't have the guidance. Sometimes it's just not the right time, so we fall off. So, what is the reason? If that is your New Year resolution to get back into the gym, what's the motive behind it? Because honestly, I'm going to be honest. If it's just because you want to fit in a bikini this summer, or because you want to lose weight, or because it's trending that, the big booty it's a thing right now, it is going out of, it is ridiculous. I'm just going to leave it at that. And what's the motive behind it? Because, it is important to have a big and strong, healthy glute, right? It is healthy to have a big, strong, perky butt. It is. It is a big part of your body. It's an important part of your body. It helps you with your balance, with your hip mobility. It supports your knees. It's your your glutes are connected to your hips, and it goes on. So I don't want to break it down too much, because this is not a fitness class. But going back to, what is the purpose? I train my glutes. I train my whole body, and I train my glutes. And obviously, if I train my glutes are going to grow. But I train my glutes not for them to be big and for me to do duck faces and take selfies. I grow my glutes because I want to be able to squat. I've noticed that my core is a lot stronger. I notice that my balance it's a lot better. I've noticed that even the way I walk, my posture when I walk, when I sit, when I'm standing, I have to stand for a long time. Sometimes I have two different jobs. One, I sit all day, or for the most part, if I'm not doing specific heavy lifting, but for the most part, I sit. My other job, for the most part, I'm active and I'm walking. And so, so I want to be healthy, and it's not healthy to stand all day. It's not healthy to sit all for the most part. So we want to stay active, and so for me, working my glutes, working my whole body, training, doing strength training, the motive behind it is because I want to be strong and healthy in the long run. Okay? I see 90-year-olds who look amazing. They get around without a walker, they work out, and they're healthy. And that's just what it is. So for me, my New Year resolution is it's not to lose weight. It's that would be great, and I know how to do it. But it's just simply to live a healthier lifestyle. I strength train I do consistent strength training, and sometimes we fall off, but it's to be healthy, in the long run. And so I challenge you too to do something different this year that'll benefit your health and your well-being. So if your New Year resolution is to go to the gym, let it be. Start somewhere. Let it be a starting point, right? It is what it is. And so you might have a specific goal, such as losing weight or maybe even gaining muscle. Like I said earlier, the men want the big chest and the women want the big glutes, strong, perky glutes. Quieren las nachas de Doña Cuca. If you know, you know. If you know las nachas de Doña Cuca, you know las nachas de Doña Cuca. Y si no sabes, no preguntes. This is the time where we don't say you better ask somebody. Just don't ask nobody. But at some point, training becomes more than just a goal, right? So it's a part of me. It's who I am. It's not vain. It's a lifestyle. It's a healthy lifestyle. For me, it's a necessity. For me, it's necessary. It's essential. Your body can go without training. You might say, I don't like to train. I don't like to kill myself in the gym. Like, I don't like to feel sore. That's a thing. I've came across a handful of clients who don't like to feel sore, who don't like to push through, and who don't like to sweat. And that's perfectly fine. And I've seen a lot of people who say, hey, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't have the time. And I don't want to make the time. There's a lot of excuses, right? So I've challenged them to eat healthier, to make healthier decisions when it comes to eating, to grocery shopping, to snacking. And I suggest maybe you can do home workouts with bands, lightweight dumbbells, and I see them lose a lot of weight. I've seen them see results faster than someone who's actually going hard in the gym. Explain that one. Okay, so it all depends. What is your lifestyle? What is it that you want to accomplish this year? And what's your motive behind it? And just run with it. Run with it. Okay? But for me personally, my New Year goal, my New Year resolution is to continue to build. Continue to build and increase on top of what I've already built. What I've already built these past couple of years. Right? These past 3-4 years, actually these past 5 years, it's been a lot of work, a lot of mess up, a lot of trying to figure it out on my own. But it's been worth it. It's been a learning experience. I don't know if I read it somewhere or I overheard a conversation or someone told me, one of those three, but it said something about fast success or slow success humbles you, builds humility, but fast success builds your ego. And I said, oh no, I don't want that. So let's just be humble. Take your time building. You see a lot of advertising out there for anything, for fast money making, for, I don't know, looking young faster, for losing weight faster, for building the booty faster, for gaining weight, gaining strength faster, whatever it is. There's always these things like a fast scheme, and it really doesn't work. It doesn't matter how good it sounds. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So take your time. Whatever it is that you're doing this year, take your time and give yourself enough space to get it wrong. Give yourself enough space to get it wrong, because you are going to get it wrong. I just had a debate with my son the other day because I used Thomas Edison, not Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Edison's quote that he says, I didn't find 1,000 ways. I didn't fail 1,000 ways. I just found 1,000 ways that doesn't work. And so, or something like that. So, and my son said, well, actually, no, you did fail 1,000 times. Or he did fail 1,000 times. You had to fail. And he did fail, but it all depends on your perspective. How do you look at things? I like to look at it like Thomas Edison did. I didn't fail 1,000 times. I just found 1,000 ways that it doesn't work. Because eventually, he made it work. He's the reason why we have light bulbs. So he turned on, he lit a light bulb. He turned on a light bulb. Hip hip hooray. So he was successful. So I guess he didn't fail. So those were just ways that it didn't work for him. And all that to say is that I didn't finish saying what I was saying, that, your body can go without working out. You don't need to. You don't need to work out, right? But your body needs food. Your body can go so long without food. And so, if you don't want to work out, don't work out. You still walk throughout the day. You still go grocery shopping. I'm getting a little lazy with my groceries, to be honest. I like the fact that I can get them delivered. And once in a while, I do pick up a few groceries here and there. So yeah, it all depends on your lifestyle. What is your lifestyle like, and what is the motive behind the things that you do? Are they good or are they bad? Are they for you or are they for others? Does it come from a place of selfishness or a place of love and genuine giving, generosity? For me, one thing I'm going to incorporate in my training routine is high intensity training. More cardio. I'm looking into more kickbox classes. I love kickboxing, but it just doesn't fit my schedule. Just this week, Thursday, I took a Zumba class. I'm going to start taking his class because his class is awesome. I've been taking a few Zumba classes here and there, and I've just been turned off. I stopped teaching. I thought I outgrew it, but something came alive in me, and maybe it's not for me to teach Zumba anymore, but take a class, and who knows, maybe I'll come back and teach Zumba again. Who knows? But so for me, I am going to add a little bit more cardio, high intensity training into my fitness program. How about you? What are you going to do this year? What is your New Year resolution? What are your plans for 2024? Honestly, I'm going to prophesy a little bit. 2024. If you have been building businesses, if you have been affiliating with other businesses, if you have been building your own business, if this was your first year, or if you're just thinking about it this year, last year was the year of building momentum, the year of messing up, the year of getting things wrong, the year of getting stuck. There's a period of being stuck because you didn't know or you didn't have the knowledge, but once you got over that stucking point, you kept going. And this year there's going to be a few stucking points, but it's just going to be you already built momentum, so it's just part of the process. So last year I feel like that's what it was. If you're in that group where you were building a business, where you did you've affiliated with a few business owners or CEOs, whatever it is, small business, big business, that's what it is. I see also, if you're starting something new today, it doesn't matter if it's a business or if it's school or something different that you're stepping into this year. This is going to be a year of acceleration. So it's time for you to step on the gas and just go. I see the color green for this year, and it's and green is the color of life. I see a lot of growth. I see a lot of momentum this year. I see a lot of growth, and and I just want to encourage you. I just want to release that over you. I want to encourage you, and those of you who are followers of Christ, those of you, the body of Christ, there's a lot of opposition. This is not the year of we're in a battle and we know and we acknowledge it, and this and that. And yes, we are in a battle. There's a lot of opposition. But this year, this is a year where we've built momentum. This is a year where we've been since COVID. There's been pushback. This is a year that we just gear up. We're already equipped. We gear up and we just pick up our sword and we just go. This is a moment where we just lane. Like, this is not where we're no longer trying to compromise. And now compromising is not even the word. There's no debating. There's no trying to make an agreement and going back and forward about things. It's this is what it is. This is the word of God, and this is what it is, and this is what's happening in the kingdom, and we're just moving forward with that. And there's a lot of things that's happening in the kingdom. I don't want to say just specific things, but there's a lot of opposition. And so the body of Christ, we are here. We are the ears, we are the eyes, we are the heart, we are the hands and the feet of Jesus. We are the body of Christ. So we might not need each other, but we are a part of the body. So it's time to stop playing. And we need to move forward in what we are called to do. We don't need to look like the next person. We don't need to look like our pastors. We don't need to look like our neighbors or our leaders. Like, we are who we are, and we are unique. He made us unique. So I'm not going to preach and throw Bible verses and stuff, because the body of Christ know what they know. And so that's just what it is. And this is not a Bible teaching and preaching and none of that stuff. But this is what I see for 2024. Okay, so I just hope that this gets released sometime before January is over with. Jeez, because we know life gets busy, right? We get busy. And so we have to line up our priorities. Write them down. Whatever it is. If you do journals in your digital gadgets, go for it. If you do it, in notebook and pen, go for it. Whatever works for you. Do it. Do it. Okay? So where are you at in life? Where you at, yo? Where you at? Is your New Year resolution going to be to go to the gym? Is your New Year resolution to be kind, nicer to people? What is it? What is it? What path are you on? What path are you on? Are you at peace with yourself? What does your spiritual life look like? You know, I love the fact that a handful of people, there's been a pattern. I could say that people come up to me and they have said, hey, this year, and it's just January, okay? It's just second week. And, but prior to New Year, you know, we when I talk to people and we talk about, hey, like, you know, what's new for the next year? What's going on in your life next year? And they say, I want to start going to church. People are hungry to go to church. People are hungry to be in community. People are hungry. Are you going to be stuck in your schedule? If you're serving in church too. I mean, if you're serving, you're serving. We are called to serve. But sometimes we get stuck that we have to attend that same church. I invite people to my church. First things first, you come into my church. But they're not always going to be under my wing. They're going to grow. We disciple them and they go, right? And do the same. And so if there's a church that they feel they want to be planted on, I'm going to support them there. And so what are you doing? You know, what is your goal this year? What is your New Year resolution for 2024? You know, be ready, get ready, because this year is a year of increase. This year is a year of increase. So stick around. Stick around. Because this is what it is. This is a community. This is a community of people who are continually discovering the new in them, unlocking levels in their lives. We prosper in this community. No matter what life throws at us, no matter the situation, we prosper. We prosper. Anyway, what is it going to be? 2024. What are you excited for? What worries you? What are your plans? What is 2024 looking like for you? What are you expecting? And you know, there's so much going on in 2024. There's a lot of back and forward. What's happening? What's going to happen? What's going to happening? What's going to happen? We can talk about one thing, the elections. Anyway, we are back and looking forward and moving forward into this year, 2024. Let's go! There is so much happening this year, guys. There is so much going on this year. So much going on this year. And I hope that you are all ready and prepared, because there's a lot going on. A lot going on. For starters, we vote. California votes. We get to vote on March 5th. We vote March 5th. And your ballots will come in a few weeks. I think the first week of February, if I'm not mistaken. And I think you're going to get those ballots. And what's going to happen? What are you going to do when you get your ballot in the mail? What are you going to do when you have that ballot in your hands? Are you even registered to vote? Why? Why not? What on earth are you going to do with your ballot? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Hopefully you're going to do something good with it. Hopefully you're going to do something responsible with your ballot. And hopefully you're going to use it with some education and wisdom. Hopefully you're going to use some education and wisdom behind your vote. How are you feeling about 2020-2024? How are you feeling about 2020-2020-2024? How are you feeling about 2024? I mean, when you look into 2024, if you look out into 2024, what do you see? Are you hopeful? Are you pessimistic? Are you optimistic? What's the opposite of hopeful? Are you? Are you hopeful? Are you hopeful or pessimistic? How do you feel? How do you feel about 2024? Does it feel like, hey, you know what? This is going to be a great year. That's what I say. This is going to be a great year. 24. The year 2024. You know, sometimes I have this feeling about a year, and I actually feel a lot better this week about 2024 than I did a couple of weeks ago. Because, you know, you see so much that's going on, and it's just so easy to get discouraged. So easy to get discouraged. I'm a lot hopeful now about things. But I think it's because I also took some time off, and I took long walks with God. And to think that, in fact, as a believer, as a follower of Christ, a believer that Jesus is always in control. I believe that Jesus is always in control. So since that's true in my life, I feel good about that. I feel good about that. That whatever happens in 2024, it's outside of my control. Whatever happens in 2024, it's outside of your control, but we can trust that it's God's plan and that we don't have to worry. And I don't have to worry. Even though I think that we're in for some tough times, that we're in for some difficult, extremely difficult times in this world today, I don't have to worry. I'm at peace. And so, how do you feel about 2024? Contact me. Contact me. Let me know when you what do you see when you look into 2024? What is it? What is it? You know, I was thinking about this too. All the wars that's happening. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with this. The wars that's happening in Europe, that, you know, a lot of us are aware of that. And what America is doing is that we're trying to stay neutral or stay out of it as much as possible. And it seems that people seem to understand that hard times are coming. And that's true. We get that, right? Like, we see all these things happening all around the world. There's going to be good times and there's going to be bad times. Do you agree with that, right? I was sitting in my car the other day looking at this year. I was looking at the previous year and looking at this year. And, you know, we have some pretty serious things that could happen this year. And although maybe they won't happen, they could happen. But, you know, I would say the elections, to start with, this election will be tumultuous. So loud and so confusing. Wouldn't you say that? That's probably true. It's already begun, right? It's already begun. I don't know how much you follow and know, but Donald Trump, he's not really off the ballot anywhere. By the way, if you read what the Colorado court said and what the Secretary of State in Maine, they they kicked Donald Trump off the ballot, and it's the news. It's like something big in the news. But actually, in both cases, they said, well, he's off the ballot unless the Supreme Court decides otherwise. So he's not off the ballot yet. They actually didn't kick him off the ballot. It's pending. But anyway, are you guys voting? Are you voting? And if you are, how are you voting? If you're not, why not? Your vote does count. Vote, 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 vote. Do some research. Do some research and vote. And so there's a lot happening this year. So how do you feel about 2024? And how do you deal with all that's happening? How do you deal with it? What do you think 2024 has in store for us this year? What is it? I was talking to a friend the other day about current events happening worldwide, the wars happening in the world and stuff like that. And we laughed and we cried. And, as we talked about certain things, can I encourage you? Do not live your life out there where all this confusion is taking place. Don't live your life in a confused place. Don't live your life where all these things are happening. Don't let your life be predicted or dictated by all these things that's happening around the world. You have an influence. People look up to you. You have an influence. You have an influence over the place, the sphere where you go. You have influence in the places where you step into. So bring that into home. Bring that into home. Bring it to home. And what I mean is, just live your life like person to person, people that you meet on a daily, intimately, the people that you actually rub shoulders with on a daily, day to day, because that's where you can really make a difference, right? That's where you really make a difference in someone's life. That's where you really make a difference for yourself. That's where you really make a difference for your neighbor. That's where if you determine to be a fountain of joy and a fountain of hope, that the people that are right next to you, the ones that know you, the ones that live in your circle, that they are going to get wet, but not just get wet, but wet with that joy. And if you just do that enough, that transforms people. You can kind of transform society person by person and not get swept up in the tidal forces of world events. I love that. Can we do that together? Can we be a community? Can we be a community who is going to just allow joy to overflow from us and let it be contagious to the person next to us? Let it overflow to the ones that are under our wing, underneath us. Do you realize how powerful that is? How much influence you have? Right? Some things you can't control, but you can control what you're in control of. The way you act, the way you speak, the things that you do, and who you influence. So do that this year. And that's it. And the truth is that there are things that we need to do. There are things that we need to do. There are things that you need to do. We need to vote. We need to vote. And you vote intelligently, okay? There's things to do. It's the influence that we have to change the world actually comes with our relational, that actually comes with the way we relate to people, the type of relationships that we have with others, the people that you know. Those are the people that you influence. And you probably have very little influence over people, don't you? That could be a thing too, right? But everybody has a lot of influence with the people that they do know. And I'll bet you the real power is within your son, your daughter, your neighbor, a family member, a loved one, someone you had an argument with. those are your intimate people. Those are your intimate friends. And there's no reason why you can't do this. Whatever happens this year, whoever wins the elections, do you think that whoever wins, whoever does, that's, at least we did our part, we voted, right? But do you think that whoever wins the elections, the other side is going to be like, oh, it was rigged, they cheated, whatever it was? Who cares? But just vote. Don't make it easy for the other party to win or to cheat. Vote. Just vote. Okay? There's always going to be people who are going to say, oh, there was fraud, oh, this happened, oh, who cares? Just play your part as the people of the United States, the people of America. Do your part. Vote. We have a saying. It's not them. And you might think otherwise. It's okay. Contact me. I want to hear every point of view. Okay? In my case, Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and He's in charge. He's in control of everything in my life. He is the Messiah. So I think 2024 is going to be just a glorious year. You know, and you have many problems. Yeah, that's right. We're going to have many problems. It's probably going to be chaotic, and I think we should be prepared for that. I think we should be prepared for that, but not prepare from a fear motive. Let's prepare from faith. Let's prepare from boldness. Let's prepare from confidence. Let's prepare for what we want. Let's prepare. Let's prepare for the increase that's coming. And it's not going to be easy. So that's just what it is. And that's it, guys. 2024. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Whatever you do, it affects everyone. Okay? So let's be a community who is cheerful, who is genuine, who loves, who is full of joy. And all of that, it's just contagious when people come across us. Okay? When they cross path with our lives, it fulfills their life. It transforms something in them. We are the people who are continuously, who we have the power and authority to, in Jesus, to speak life into others. And let's just do that. Let's do that. And if you're not a follower of Christ, you know, you're still able to encourage someone. You're still able to compliment someone, right? And that's it, right? So that's it, guys. All right. This is it. And this is the thing. Before we go, let's stop here and let's just think what we want for 2024. Let's just think what steps we need to take and take what we want. Let's work hard for what we want because it's not going to be handed to us. My challenge to you is this. What are you going to do in the next 24 hours to make it happen in your life? Because honestly, if you're not taking action, it's irrelevant, right? So, are you voting? Start researching. It's not too late. Ask around. See different perspectives. See where people are. And don't just believe, because if this is a lack, if this is a subject where you're not familiar with, don't believe just everything that people say. Gather information and you come to your own resources. You come to your own conclusions. Okay? So I encourage you to vote. I'm still going to talk a little bit more about this. We have till March anyway. Do your research in the meantime. Go for walks. Live a healthy lifestyle. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, if you're going to go to the gym, make it happen. Take action. Maybe you need to sleep more. Take action. You need to go to bed earlier. Take action. Whatever it is, do it. Take action. And let me know what actions are you going to take? What steps are you going to take? And let me know. Contact me. What are you going to do? What actions are you going to take? What are you going to do in the next 24 hours to make it happen in your life? And if you don't know, that's fine too. Hit me up. Let me know. Say, hey, I don't know what's going on with my life. I need some guidance. I'm here. Your girl. I'm here. I'm here for you. Let's figure it out together. I got you. So that's just what it is. And that's a wrap, yo. That is a wrap. This is all the time that we have together. That's all the time that I have for this episode. Can't wait to see you next time. Can't wait to hear from you. Until then, make the decision to get out there. Make the decision to do something new, something beneficial. Do something different in your life. Take action. Take action and do whatever you need to do. Do whatever it takes to keep moving forward. Also, stay tuned. Stay tuned for more. And that's a wrap. That's all, folks.